Hello, welcome to the channel. This is Geauxgreddy, and tonight we're doing the 2019 FIA Manufacturers Race. This is the preseason race 4 at Brands Hatch, and I'm in the Group 4 Lexus RC-F. And you are on my hot lap for my qualifying lap. My prior best lap to this was a 1:33.101, which was good for 17th, which was absolutely awful. And it was awful because Brands Hatch is one of those tracks that I'm just not very good at. It's one of those butt pucker tracks for me. It just feels like anytime I even come close to touching the grass, I'm just sucked off. So I don't know. I guess I drive it too conservatively during the race, so I really struggle in my race times. My practice times, I was in low 130s to low 131s, but here I come in straight off of practice and I run a 133.101, which is absolutely terrible for me. And put me in 17. So I'm trying to improve upon that after some fuel burning and some fresh tires, and I'm scurrying around the track right now. Doing much better. Definitely not my best. I can just feel places that I'm like way off the edge there. I could have been much closer to the edge of the track there. Here I could probably be on the power a little bit earlier. And I think I had a bad like last corner as well. But hey, I mean, I'm usually pretty happy in Brands Hatch if I just stay on the track. And so I crossed the line with a 131. Oh, it's 131.694, which was good for, ended up being good for 9th, I believe. I want to say Castor Pollux came in right before me, or someone did. I don't remember who it was. Maybe it was Provolone. Not sure. Really great lobby. I've raced with a lot of these folks before. Seen a lot of familiar names: JC Hayter, ERT Rocketman, Viper 24, Savage Racing. I think I've raced DNA Thor, Shady Grady racing. Of course, Terminal Goat. If you haven't gone to his channel, he's a YouTuber. Great channel. He's a funny guy. So go check out Terminal Goat on YouTube. He's got a lot of streams of all the races that he races in. So if you're one of the races that he's in, he'll have it up on YouTube as well. Castor Pollux, I've raced him. So a lot of guys I recognize here. A lot of these folks are fairly clean racers too, and I try to be. I have no idea what my perception is amongst others, but I do my best to race clean. So very excited about this race. I missed last Wednesday's race at the Red Bull Ring, so that's a better track for me, probably even better track maybe for my Lexus than Brands Hatch, but I missed it. And so I was looking forward to getting back in the FIA, looking forward to some good racing with some folks that race clean, and this lobby has got me pretty pumped for the race. I was pretty excited going in, seeing some folks that I know. So let's check out that starting grid. Thank you, Opera Lady. That's right, that denotes the start of the race. So after she is done singing, I know my blood is flowing. I'm ready to go. Got a little nervousness. So here we got pole, DNA Thor with a 130.060. Nice job. In second, you got Q Massive with a 130.356. In third, Provolone at a 130.917. Good starting three there, pretty tight. 4, Savage Racing with a 131.047 in that GR4 86. That's going to be a fast car. Viper 024 in 5th. ERT Rocketman in 6th. In the RCF, another Lexus guy on the track. JC Hayter in 7th, and that Alpha, that's always quick at Brands Hatch. In 8th, you got the McLaren P1 2018 in his TT Cup. That is not a McLaren. There I am in 9th, Geauxgreddy with a 131.694. In 10th, H2O 4449 with 131.7. Terminal Goat in 11th with a 131.994. Nice job, Goat. In 12th, we got Shady Grady 80, the 132.112. In 13th, Castor Pollux and the Viper 132. In 14th, T2 Ha with a 132.3. In 15th, SHAREfactory, God, I have no idea, 132.3. Ant Bart in at 16th with a 132.650. Swerve Master Swivel in 17th, also 17th ranked in the lobby. Look at that, that's got to be good luck. Another Lexus driver comes in at 18th with DA44M. Damn. Hazmat 88 in at 19th. Yet another Lexus in the field. In 20th, So Marvel in the AMG. Man, it's going to be a good race. You know, these faster cars up front, typically the 86, the Toyota 86 is a very quick car. The Alpha, very fast on here. The Lexus, I think it's got good speed on the track. I don't know if it has good longevity as far as tires to be able to maintain that speed. I have no idea. I can't seem to make them last here. So I think the first mistake I made in this race was starting with brake balance at -5, and it was causing my rear end to just wag all over the place. And I wasn't practicing at -5. I was practicing at -1, -2, -3 at the most. And so I think this is a big mistake by me. So in the first corner here, I take it super easy, just trying not to kill McLaren, kind of get into the race a little bit, you know, just let it settle in, let everyone kind of get in line. The H2O makes a little run at me there, but I planted it on the apex. Pretty sure he's not going to get by me here. I've got the inside line, so I just stick on it and try and get a good exit, stay on the back of McLaren, get back in the slipstream, and pull up on him. And H2O falls off a little bit, and I'm feeling pretty good, like things are going to settle in. My game plan is one stop, mediums, not really worry about fuel. You know, I was kind of thinking maybe I want to save some fuel. See, I'm short shifting here. I was thinking if I was close to those top 5 competitors in front of me, not top 5 overall, but the 5 guys in front of me, if I could be close to them at the pits, but maybe overtake a couple by putting in less fuel, that would be a good thing. But as I was short shifting, I was noticing that they were slowly just pulling away from me, and I get loose. That was the first sign of me getting loose out of a corner right there at that 5 brake balance to the rear. H2O wasn't able to overtake me. It kind of stunk there. If someone takes out the markers, that's going to play into later in the race, I'm sure. A lot of the people count on those markers. H2O gets a really good run out of me out of that corner. The back half of this sector is just not my strong suit. Rather than fight H2O here, I went ahead and broke a little early and let him get in front of me. It's too early in the race to do side-by-side racing, I'm thinking. His terminal comes up here to the right of me. I have to swerve around this guy. I'm trying not to block off terminal there. The goat man, I didn't want to shut the door on him. So I gave him some room here going through corner 1. He did not take advantage of it. You know, hey, it's good clean driving there by the goat. Appreciate that for not, you know, running me off into the sand trap over there on the left. And if you've seen Terminal's channel, you know that he probably spends a good bit of time in the sand trap on the golf course. Just kidding. As we have our first victim, DNA Thor, our pole, goes off track, and it kind of messes me up a little bit there, seeing him in my way. I wasn't sure if he was going to unghost or not, and then I lose the rear end, and I also go off the track and fall back to 14th place. So a little disappointed in myself right there. I'd kind of settled in the race, was, you know, feeling comfortable, and that happened. I'm like, So here I'm kind of keeping my eye on the radar, making sure that T-Wolf has some room there. I get a little bit of a side bump from Swerve Master. Nothing huge right there. He gets in my corner panel again and then gives me a little extra. I wasn't really happy about that, but you know, tires are cold. I'll let him have that one. If it continues to happen, then I'll get upset. As he also bumps off Ant Bart 10. So Swerve Master, come on, man. Give some people some space. We're all just having fun. Again, I try not to retaliate, folks. So we'll race them clean here on out. That's the way to, that's the way to do it. Don't get angry. Maybe it was my fault. Maybe I didn't give him enough space. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, and we're gonna keep racing tight. So going down to corner 1, on the gas, right about on time there. Car drifted out wide. I'm just trying to get back in that slipstream on the 14 and hopefully be able to work my way up this grid. Swerve Master is not that far off the bumper of 13th and on up the grid. You can see almost the entire grid is here before the curve. With a few, first and second place have made a run to where they have pretty much left us behind. as you could tell also on the qualifying times, they were about a second out on everybody else. So, you know, 3 through me are pretty tightly packed through here. As you can see, there's some side-by-side racing going on up in front of us, and I'm hoping to take advantage of some of that, hoping that the race will come back to me. As another one facing the wrong way, we lose another racer. I don't know what happened to him there. Swerve Master takes advantage of T2, making a mistake there on that corner, and I'm trying to come in and also take advantage of that. You probably hear my 4-year-old yelling some stuff in the background there. Sorry about that. You know, it's the pains of being a YouTuber and a family man. And sometimes kids make your video. Anyway, he's a good kid though. So trying to get here, get a run, get on a slipstream, trying to use the speed advantage of the Lexus to run down these Porsches. I know they've got me in the cornering, and that's okay. If I can just get in front of them, maybe I can, you know, make some space. This Terminal Goat you see there comes down on the apex. T2 ha. That's hard to say. That's a tongue twister. So I dive on the inside of Terminal here. He gives me room. I give him room on the outside coming through here. Now he has the inside corner. So I'm going to give it up to him. I brake to let him through there. That is some really good side-by-side racing right there by both him and T2 Ha. Good job, guys, man. That was cool. So I try to get back on the inside of T2 there, and I'm able to make it stick. Terminal's making a run here at JC Hater, and we are bumper to bumper to bumper heading towards this right-hander coming down this straight. And I am hoping to cash in on some slipstream and maybe take advantage of some side-by-side racing up here. We're on lap 4. My tires are holding up pretty good right now. Feeling good about my position. Again, I'm going for the one stopper, and I've decided I'm definitely going on lap 5. I'm going to try and get the undercut. Drifted a little bit through that corner. If I'd have hooked it up a little better, probably could have been on Goat's tail right there, as the Alpha having a little trouble through that corner. Gets a 3-second penalty. Ouch. Oh no, Goat got the 3-second penalty. I wonder what he got the penalty for. I don't know. Maybe because Alpha got a little loose through there and got knocked off the track. I don't know. That really stinks. That's gonna hurt. I was wondering what happened to Goat, and that's what it was that 3-second penalty. Ouch. So as I head down into corner 1, I'm looking at my rear view, and I see Goat's coming up behind me, and it looked like maybe he flashed his lights at me. So I'm kind of checking out my rearview mirror, and then I see Ant move to the inside. I'm going on my normal apex, and Ant dives Goat and then slams me from behind. I'm not really sure what the flashing of the lights was about. I never passed Ant, I don't think. I think he went off and pitted before I got around him. But I think I did go by him maybe one time when the guy in the Porsche, Swerve whatever, Master, ran him off, Swerve Swivel or whatever. I don't know. Regardless, I turned my attention up front to the Viper and Castor Pollux, trying to make a run at him, trying. So I'm hoping to maybe catch a little more momentum in a corner here and suck him in a little bit, and I am able to do that. But I know that I'm pitting at the end of this lap, so I don't really want to press the issue hard with him right here. He gets out a little wide, and I'm just wanting to get into the pits, get that undercut, get my fresh set of tires on. I'm sitting in 11th right now, which isn't terrible. I think I was like 14th ranked in the lobby, maybe. I don't remember. I'm feeling pretty good with this position. I've got Ant bar all over the rear end in that Subaru, which is nice to see a Subaru in the race. I rarely ever see Subarus anymore. Dig the WRX. So me and Castor Pollux jump into the pits together here. I throw on some mediums. He also looks like he's throwing on some mediums. I come in with 44% fuel, so T2 was able to save more fuel than I was. So was DNA Thor, who's in there at 16th, who was our race leader at one point, our pole sitter. So as we come out the pits, I am inside of 2T High 3. And I guess that really messed him up because he goes off the track right there. So whatever, I don't know why Gran Turismo can't figure out how one person pits before the other. You just put one behind the other instead of one inside the other. I have no idea why they can't figure that out. It doesn't seem like it'd be very difficult to me. First one out the pits gets the advantage there. I get a little loose there with the cold tires coming through the, I guess that's corner 4. 1, 2, 3, maybe it's corner 3, I don't remember. Late on this apex big time. So It's time to put the head down. It's time to try and chase down Castor Pollux. I'm sitting in 15th. This is my undercut lap. As you can see, my laps are completely erratic. I've got a 138, a 132, and a 135, which is normally that's not my driving style. Normally, when you watch my races, I put down very consistent, clean laps and try and take advantage of other people's mistakes. That's the way I like to do it. So here's my first chance to do that as Rocket Man, the other Lexus driver. He has a mistake. I'm able to go through his ghost. Thankfully, it didn't switch back on me because I was committed. Get to the knockdown boards. Broke maybe a little late or turned in a little late, one of the two. But put a little bit of gap between me and Rocket Man, and JC Hayter's back there as well. Remember, right, JC Hayter was in the Alpha, which is going to be pretty tough to stay in front of on this track. That Alpha is really good at Brands Hatch, really fast. So a bunch of people jump in the pits here on lap 6. So they're going for the overcut. I take, I guess, 3 spots there. I jump up to 11th. And I'm like, I'll take that, definitely. There's no doubt. The medium tires will go the remainder of this race, even pushing on them pretty good, which I'm doing. So I was happy with all the folks taking that overcut and giving me 3 positions back. So I went into the pits in 11th, and now on lap 7, I'm sitting at 11th. And I'm feeling pretty good about that. And JC Hayter is reeling me in quickly in that Alpha. And I'm taking some corners fairly poorly. So I'm feeling like I need to just settle down and put in some good laps and put some gap between me and JC Hayter and maybe run down Hazmat here. I've raced Hazmat before. He's a good racer. He's pretty quick. So, I'm going to have to definitely, make a solid run at him. As I see a red flashing penalty sign up in front of me. Again, always hoping to take advantage of other people's mistakes. If you can't overtake people, the next best way to take a position is for them to mess up. So hoping for someone to make an error. So out in first, Savage Racing is he's got a pretty commanding lead. You can see him up there on the mini map, just kind of out there by himself. Looks like he probably could fall asleep and put it on cruise control and still win the race. There's a few more people jump into the pits here. So going into lap 8, an extreme overcut by a few of the racers here, at least 3. So I dropped down to 8, and this is lap 8. I'm like, well, yeah, definitely, because the pit stop is maybe what, you're gonna lose at least 10, 11 seconds. So you're gonna have to make up. Shoot, let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, 4, so about 2.5 seconds a lap. That's going to be difficult to do, so they've got the work cut out for them back there. So as I sit here in 8, like I said, I'm feeling great about my position. I'm kind of in the middle of 2 groups. I'm behind Castor Pollux. I got Viper 24 behind me. I'm not sure where their tire strategy is because everyone that I've been near has pitted at a different time than me, so I don't know what Viper 24 is running, and I don't know what Castor Pollux is running, and I don't know what H2O is running either as far as tires. So I'm just like, well, whatever happens, happens. I'm just going to keep my head down and, press forward, and try and run good, fast, clean laps. My last lap was a 132. Great, good time, solid in this race. Fastest lap sitting in a 130, so that's not, it's not terrible compared to the fastest lap of the race. Again, you can see the other board is knocked down here. This is one corner that the Lexus really struggles with on me, or at least I struggle with on the Lexus. The rear end always seems to get loose on me through that corner. I don't know if I'm just braking too late and throwing it in too hard or what I'm doing exactly, but I cannot seem to take that corner to save my life. This will probably be my second worst corner on the track is that one, because I'm always afraid of getting sucked off right there. So Viper 24 makes a move on me in the Mustang, and honestly, I let him through. I don't want to fight him here because I know how fast that Alpha is on Brands Hatch. So I want to tuck back into Viper's slipstream and have him pull me along. I'm thinking that he's on fresher tires. Don't know for certain. I know JC Hayter's on about the same tires as I am, and he is scaring me to death in that Alpha. I was fixated on my rearview mirror once I saw that candy striped Alpha behind me. So he definitely was giving me some pucker factor coming through the race. But I'm just going to try and take the apex away from the Alpha, because I know that that's where his advantage lies. It's in the turns. So if I can plant that Lexus on the apex and take away the inside line from him, he's gonna have a hard time passing the Lexus, because he's not gonna have the straightaway speed to do it. So that was the game plan on JC Hater. And in the meantime, I wanted to stay in Viper's slipstream. To have him suck me along, as you can see, it looks like DNA Thor trying to get by goes wide again. Now, like I said, he was our pole sitter, so I'm sure he's pretty frustrated back there. Maybe feeling like he's being held up a little bit by all the traffic, because I'm sure he's a good 2 to 3 seconds faster than the rest of us. So another mistake there by Provolone. I'm able to get by him. He's in the Viper. I stick it down to the inside as we come down the stretch. I'm trying to give him room out there. I don't want to send him off into the sand. Meanwhile, I'm looking in my rearview mirror at JC Hater, trying to figure out what he's doing. He wanted that inside line, so I went ahead and took it, dropped it down to first, got on the gas early, let her drift back out in front of the Viper, and just trying to take a good clean line through here. I didn't see that move by Provolone coming on the inside there. I thought he was going to tuck into my slipstream there and just kind of follow me through the corner, maybe make a run at me through the next set of curves up here. And I can tell that he has just honestly got better pace than me through here. So anyway, I take the inside line, force him to the outside. Doesn't look like he wants it, so I jump back to the outside to try and take the correct racing line through the long right-hand sweeper here. And I do a pretty good job of it. But I get a little bit wide, and that causes me a problem. He comes up on my rear here, and we've got about 2 laps to go, and I'm like, come on, Lance, put together a good solid lap right here. And I'm feeling like I'm doing it. Get on the brakes, try to come down this corner, and I do not do a good job. I just got to drop it down 1 too many gears. I just mess it up royally. So that gives Provolone a run on me on the outside here. I give him the room, drop it down. I try and keep staying tight and get on the gas, but I don't want to run him into the sand. So I give him some space there. He's able to make the move on me. He's going to make it stick here. And honestly, I don't want a chance running him off the track or losing more time, so I brake a little early, let him out in front. I'm going to jump right in there behind him. I've got ninth, pretty much locked up at this point. So going into the final lap, I do not want to be racing him side by side, because I know he's everywhere, almost all but one corner of the track he's shown to be faster than me. So as you can see, he's already pulling away. So it's probably a good move on my part. As you can see, there's a gaggle of folks behind me. My left front tire is starting to hurt a little bit. So I'm really kind of glad I let him go instead of trying to race him, because I think I might have cost myself 3 or 4 more positions if I had really forced the issue with him. I've got Swerve Master's swivel on my rear end in the Porsche, and from racing him earlier, he's got the same pace, if not better pace than I do. So again, not someone I want to tangle with too much. Just want to try and stay out in front, and the car is pushing so bad. It is awful. So again, I'm just trying to stay out in front. Now we got half a lap to go, and now I'm going to race. I'm going to race Swerve here, stay on the inside, and he luckily goes because I had nowhere to go. So another Lexus goes down. I got the Porsche on the rear end here. I got to take this last corner clean. This is probably my worst corner on the track. Brake what I think is early enough, but the rear end gets loose on me and I can't get back on the gas. So I get on the gas late, and I'm going to take away the inside line, but did it a little late. As I saw him swerve over, he got in my rear a little bit. I thought I had him, but I did not. Swerve takes me by 1/100th of a second. 1/100th of a second. So great race, Swerve. Sorry, I didn't mean to pinch you that tight on that final corner. I was trying to stay to the inside, keep that inside line, but it didn't quite work out for me. Good job getting by me. Good race by all these folks. Man, I can't tell you how much I enjoyed this race. It was so much fun, start to end. I didn't relax the whole race. I felt like I was always racing someone or thinking about someone. And when I had the opportunity to be door to doors with folks, they raced clean. They raced hard. Man, I really enjoyed the race. So congratulations to Savage Racing for that first place. Shady Grady in there at third. Who was it that was in second? It was Q Racing or Q something. Anyway, congrats to you guys. That was, great race. Good job to all the folks that raced against me. I look forward to the next time we race. Look forward to more clean racing, more door-to-door. Q Massive, that's who it was. Really do look forward to the next race, next FIA race. I've really enjoyed this manufacturer season so far. So good job, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, hit that like. If you really enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit the subscribe. I would appreciate it. If you haven't done already, like I said, check out Terminal Goat's channel. He's a funny guy. He's got some good videos on there. He's also fun to join live because he'll talk to you while he's racing, so it's a good time. So for me, Geauxgreddy, thanks for joining, and y'all have a good evening.